Hello everyone. So here is the 1.3 update of the PlanetGen. Here I have implemented climate zones that is based on both temperature, humidity and also latitude. So here let me show the preview directly in the game. So here as you can see here you have this desert zone over here. Just because it's a tropical or near the equator, that does not mean everywhere is a desert. Here in green you can see some like rainforest area, and up here you will have like boreal areas, and then of course polar caps will be more snowy conditions. So yeah, if I go closer you can see that clearly. Let me speed up and move closer, or let me pause. I'm still moving. But yeah, now that we are closer, you can clearly see the desert area, and then desert is merging into a green area, and here you see down below a snow white area. Let me go closer further and go into the gravity zone of the planet. Yeah, now we are in the gravity zone, and this is the polar region. That's why you see the white landscape. Yeah, so this is the polar region. And if I move to another area, let's see, I go in further down. Yeah, now here we are now reaching Boreal zone. That's why you see this uh, pine-like trees over here. Yeah, and if I go further, closer to the equator, yeah, now we are in a desert area. Actually, in the desert, I have this cactus. So now my foliage system is also, we can define based on the biome uh, which environment has which foliage. So here this desert has cactus, and now we are reaching this full green rainforest like area. So yeah, now let me explain how things are implemented. All right, so I am using two noise fields basically for temperature and humidity, and not just that, I do factor in uh, the latitude as well. So this polar override pattern. So here, usually most of the terrains biomes are based on the height and the slope of the terrain. But by that I mean like the how vegetation is scattered, things like that, mostly based on the height from the sea level of the landscape, and then the slope of the landscape. But for the biome, it's just mostly height based. But in a planet, you see, just like in Earth, that's not the case. If it is only based on the height, then the equator and the polar regions will have the same biomes. But that's not how it usually happens. So these are the kind of biomes that I have. So I have the temperature on one axis and the humidity on another axis. If it is cold and dry, that's Tundra. If it is cold and wet, that's Boreal. It's hot and wet, tropical. It's hot and dry, then it's a desert. So I use noise values for the humidity and the temperature. Now let me show the parameters that you have to control them. if I select my planet here, now we have a parameter to either enable or disable. So right now it's enabled. If I disable this and play the game, now we see it's kind of everywhere looks the same based on the parameters that I have defined here. But if I enable it, now we see the difference of biomes. And here you can directly control the latitude weight. That means if I make the latitude weight 0, the biome will be decided without any consideration of the latitude. So there will be no white polar caps. But if I make it 1, it will be based on the latitude weight have a more priority when deciding the climate zones. So here you can set the polar latitude in degrees and then the polar blend. So for each biome you have here at what point snow is started. So this is the normalized height of the landscape. So this is used so that even in tropical regions, if a mountain peak is so high, then there can be snow caps. So you can achieve that by using these parameters. But of course, if the mountain is in the tropical region with the same height compared to the mountain in a tundra region with the same height, but of course in the colder area you can have a lower snow start position, so you will have more snow on the mountains. Right. And the other big part is here I have foliage system updated. Let me, yeah. Now, if I open this pine foliage, now you can select this biome and climate biome. This biome means it's just the earlier system that we had based on the height. So the grass region where we write into the vertex G channel. So both of these should match in order to spawn the grass. So here climate zone I have given tundra for pine, but if you want you can have multiple choices for this. So similar to that, here cactus is spawned in desert region. So yeah, that's the other big part in this update. And yeah, so here are some more technical details on how things are implemented. So yeah, this is what I explained about latitude weight. When it is 1, you will have clear cold regions near polar regions. If you reduce it, that would become more less driving factor. Alright, so that's all for today. And PlanetGen is already available in Fab, and also playable link demo is also available in the link below in the description. So yeah, see you in the next video. Goodbye.